Kalopsia is a batch manufacturer of textiles, apparel and accessories. We saw in the beginning when we started the manufacture was the waste everyone produced after putting in an order. People over-ordered fabric, they cut fabric in a way where the surplus was such a huge amount of the finished product. We then did calculations and we set up a way where businesses can use surplus, end of roll, leftover stock from another year or another product. Therefore, we're taking waste and turning that into something commercial.
So, we currently have 2 directors and 2 paid employees working in the business, as well as a volunteer, and we're supported by a team of work placements from Heriot Watt as well, from their fashion technology course, which is fantastic, and we've already seen that lead into the 2 employments we have with the business. Going forward, we're looking to expand the team quite rapidly. We need at least another sort of 2-3 employees within the next year, and then moving on to sort of 8 to 10 in the next sort of 2 to 3 years.
Our clients range from small startups all the way up to V&A in Dundee, Citi Microentrepreneurship.
Between our first and second year, we kind of doubled our turnover. And moving into our third year, just at the end of the third year now, we've put another 35-40% increase on last year's turnover as well. And hopefully we're kind of striving for about $500,000 in the next sort of 3 to 5 years.
Having a background in farming and growing, I just thought, well, how could we make it really easy for anyone to grow their own food at home? So that's where the idea of Rocket Gardens really started. A lot of our plants are going direct to customers for their home growing, so either in their gardens or in window boxes or in allotments and that kind of thing. And we're also supplying about 1,000 schools at the moment with vegetable patches, and that's growing every year. We think we're really kind of on the cutting edge of sort of horticultural industry, if you like, because all of our plants are grown organically. We don't use any pesticides or sprays to control diseases or any pest issues. We're trying to be the UK's first mail order plant supplier who is just using 100% biodegradable pots, so no plastics at all, and the same with our packaging, so everything we send out is biodegradable or compostable. We're currently growing on, which is a 125-acre farm down in Cornwall, which is growing a mixture of daffodils and some cabbages and sometimes potatoes, and this year we're looking at turning over a lot of the farm over to wildflower meadows so that we can kind of increase the biodiversity on the farm. In terms of turnover, we're probably turning over around about £650,000 a year. We've got a number of different projects we're working on. One is to grow our gift voucher side of the business, which is people buying each other gardens as gifts. The number 2 area is to really get our plants and our biodegradable pots into garden centres and nurseries and potentially larger retailers. And then our third area of business expansion is really a subscription model where we want to digitise the way that people can have a year-round supply of vegetable patches.
We began with just one centre in Bradford in West Yorkshire. We now have TLG centres in 200 different locations all across the UK.
Our centre takes children Key Stage 3 level, so we have children from 11 years old to 14 years old. We look at far more of the detail and what builds up this person's character rather than just how they've dealt with school in the past. They then gain confidence in achieving in lessons, and then through that their attitude to school and learning changes.
I thought I was perfectly fine the way I was, but then when it came to TLG, I realised that I was really misbehaved. I came to a new environment with everyone just calm, peaceful. I was in school every day. I'm actually looking forward to making new friends, cause I'm in year 9 now, and I need to get my head down and get an education.
The exciting thing about the journey of the last 20 years is that we've been able to develop 3 programs that are proven. So our education centres for excluded kids, our early intervention program that's preventative, and Make Lunch, which provides food in the holidays. So in the past year alone, we've added just over 50 new TLG centres, and our heart is to enable local people, to enable local churches to make a difference in their community.